Okay. So in the next class also we'll be doing the same chapter. Once we'll be finished with this chapter, then I'll be picking some chapter from the physics portion or from the chemistry portion.
Okay, sir.
Okay. That will be
Okay,
the
sir.
approach, right? Uh, Meanwhile, you can ask questions also from any chapter, from any topic. You can ask questions. Okay,
Okay,
Aris.
sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
By the way, you can even ask questions for maths also from me. By the way. All right. So let's start the class. I'll be resharing my screen. By the way.
Okay, sir.
Mm. Your school is going on right now, no? Like school, you're going
Yes,
to
sir.
school
Yes, sir.
regularly.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
good, good. At what time do you come back from the school?
Sir, like at 1 o'clock the school finished, and at
Oh,
1:30 I reach home.
oh, at 1:30. Okay. I'll be just sharing my screen. Actually, now this same chapter I have just out 2 months ago, so there was some overwriting on the slides. So I just need to
Okay, sir.
quickly clean that, and then we're ready to go.
Okay, sir.
All right. Hope my screen is properly visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the chapter that is respiration in living organisms. Mainly in this chapter, we get to learn about how respiration is carried out in case of humans as well as in plants, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you know that there are different life processes that is necessary for in order to keep a living organism alive, right now. There are different life processes, like it is nutrition. Nutrition is one of the important processes without which we humans cannot, or any living organism cannot stay alive, whether it be a giant organism like blue whales or like elephants, or whether it be a tiny organism like an ant or a microorganism. All of them need to carry out nutrition. They need food to survive, right now. So respiration is also one of the important life process that is keeping us alive. That is keeping all the living organisms alive. Because in the case of nutrition, nutrition is the act of taking in food and breaking it down, breaking it down in the process of digestion. While when we talk about respiration, so respiration is the process where the energy is extracted from that food item with the help of the oxygen gas which you are breathing in, which you are taking in, right now. So this chapter addresses various questions right now. Questions like why do we respire? We get to learn about that. Right now, as I said, respiration is the process by which living organisms simply obtain energy from the food which they are eating, from energy from the food. Then we get to know that how do microorganisms carry out these processes. Microorganisms, they are very tiny creatures. That can be seen with the help of powerful microscopes only, right? So how do they carry
Yes.
out food? Like how do they carry out respiration? So we get to learn about that also. Sorry. Okay.
Yes.
Then we learn about how is breathing different from respiration. Right now, what is breathing? What is respiration? How are they quite different and related also? Then we get to learn about how the organs in humans, like nostrils, nasal cavity, the windpipe, lungs, diaphragm, how do they work together? Like, what is the mechanism of breathing? Right now, suppose, like, right now, if you were to take a deep breath, so you will see that your ribs will be moving upward, right? Your chest will be inflating. Right now, chest becomes
Yes,
bigger
sir.
in size when you inhale, when you take a deep breath. While when we exhale out the air, when we release the air from our lungs, so our chest shrinks, chest cavity, like the chest size shrinks a little bit, becomes a bit smaller. We'll be learning about that. Also, we will learn like why the breathing rate increases when you're doing some physical activity. You would have observed this thing when you are doing some physical activity. Suppose you're running or you are doing some kind of a sports. Right now, do you participate in a sports in a school?
Yes, sir.
Very good. One should stay physically active, right now. Good.
Yes, sir.
And particularly since you are an adolescent, so this is the period where you will be experiencing maximum growth in your body. So you need to stay physically fit, right now. Take a healthy food, avoid junk food items. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
further we'll be learning about this breathing rate, okay, how it increases with physical activity. Then we will learn about how fishes do respiration, right now. Have you seen the fishes would be releasing bubbles from their mouth, right now, and they have a special organs called as gills, right now. So how do they
Yes, sir.
use it? How do those animals which live under the water as well as on the land also, like the frogs? So how do they carry out respiration? How do they breathe in air? Right now, how do the earthworms? Like earthworms don't have any special organs, no? Like we humans have lungs, but do the earthworms have? No, right? So all they have is their skin. Sometimes, if you some child, if mischievously, if they were to spread something over their skin, right now, like mischievously, I have seen children would be putting salt over their body, right, and that's very painful for the earthworm. They would be suffocating to death, right? Why does that happen? What is How do they breathe in air? How do the plants breathe in air? Uh, is it that only the leaves can breathe, or the roots can also breathe? Right? It is advised that we should not overwater the plants. It is said that if you overwater the plants, so roots will suffocate, the plants die. Have you observed this thing? Sometimes,
Yes, sir.
if you were to overwater the plants, so if you keep overwatering it, so water will log, it won't absorb the water anymore, and the leaves will start to turn pale yellow, and slowly the plant will die. Right? So all these things are actually interrelated. Right now, all of these things have some logic behind. Okay, so that is what we will try to learn in the chapter. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's start the class. By the way, you tell me. I got to know that that you'd like to take live notes in the class.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, and you will be continuing in one-to-one class, or will you be later on joining a batch?
What, sir?
You will be continuing on one-to-one class. Like right now, you are the only student present in the class. So I don't know whether you'll be joining a batch later on, or whether you'll be continuing like this only.
Sir, I think like we will be continuing like one by one, like
Okay,
one
one
by
on
one.
one. Okay, okay, good. Mm, yeah. So please write down the chapter name.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and you'll be keeping a single copy for it. Like you won't be changing it. On the same copy, you'll be writing down. For science, it will be same. Do not mix it with some other subjects. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. So write down respiration in living organisms in bracket plants and animals. Actually, just write down the chapter name. I have already typed the topics here.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Yeah. Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, following is a very following is a very interesting animation. Okay, that actually sums up the entire process of respiration. Right. First, we inhale the oxygen-rich air. Right now, we inhale the oxygen-rich air. Then, in our lungs, there are blood capillaries. Your lungs also have blood vessels in it. Right now, getting it now. So the blood vessels in our lungs, they take out the oxygen-rich air from it and distributes it to everywhere in the body. First, it goes to the heart, and your heart pumps it to various parts of the body. As we delve into the lecture, we'll be learning about that in detail. So the important topics we'll be learning about what is respiration. Okay, we will learn about what is breathing also, and how they are quite different, but they are quite interrelated also. So we'll be learning how they are different and how they are related also. They are kind of interlinked. Okay. Further, what are the types of respiration? So one is the type of respiration which needs oxygen. Like we humans, we need oxygen. Without oxygen, respiration in our body cannot happen, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
then we will learn about some organism which can carry out respiration without oxygen. Okay. By the way, have you ever thought about this question, that why in absence of oxygen humans or any animal will start to die, will die? Huh? Ever thought about
Yes.
this? That like if this a healthy human or animal, they will show some signs of distress and damage when the oxygen level in the air will start to drop, right? Normally, tell me, how much of oxygen is found in the atmosphere?
What, sir?
How much of oxygen is present in the atmosphere? What is the level of oxygen?
The oxygen.
Uh-huh.
Sir, it is the 21%.
21% exactly,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Good. So what I'm saying, that why do we need oxygen? Why oxygen is essential for our body? Ever thought about this question? Hmm?
Yes,
The
sir.
main
But
reason is this. Uh-huh.
yes, sir.
It is respiration. Right now, oxygen is essential because it is needed for respiration, right? The process by which our cells convert food into energy, and that energy is important for all the bodily functions, right? Your brain needs oxygen in order to function, your heart needs oxygen in order to function, right? Now your muscles need oxygen in order to function, right? So it is required for the proper functioning of the entire body, right? Now it is even needed by the bacteria present in your gut, you understand, no? Like your intestine also has important bacteria in it, and they also need oxygen in order to carry out their function. Curd, that is dahi, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So why is it recommended? Because it contains some good bacteria, a bacteria known by the name of lactobacillus, right? Which is very good for your gut health. It helps in digestion. Similar to lactobacillus, there are so many other bacteria present in your intestine that helps in digestion of the food. Okay, Aris. So they also need some amount of oxygen, right now.
Yes, sir.
So that is the thing. So we'll be learning about these things. We'll be learning about the mechanism of the breathing. Then we will learn about how the human respiratory system works. Okay, now how the human respiratory system works, how all the different organs are working together. Then we will learn about breathing in animals like in earth forms, fishes, insects, and in amphibians. Okay, and let me tell you here about amphibians. Amphibians are basically those organisms that can survive under the water as well as on the land. Okay, can you think of some examples of amphibians?
Sir, the
Huh?
um,
Frogs.
yes, sir. Frogs and sir.
Think of it. There are some snakes also. Some of species of snakes you will have
Yes,
seen.
sir.
They would be swimming under the water, and they'll be
Sir, I have
on
a
the.
question. Like if there is no respiration, so like there will be no oxygen, right?
If there is no oxygen, you should be saying it the other way. If there is no oxygen, then there won't be any respiration in humans, particularly. Understanding it?
Yes, sir.
Because in the process of respiration, oxygen is not given out, but oxygen is needed in the process of respiration. So no oxygen means no respiration. So we're saying amphibians are those animals, like we'll be learning about breathing in amphibians also, like how the frogs carry out breathing. So we have examples of frogs, we have examples of toads. Toads, no? Toads.
Yes, sir.
Good. Do you know about salamanders?
No, sir.
You don't know about that.
No,
Okay,
sir.
see. They are kind of, one second. They kind of look like lizard. Okay. They kind of look like lizard actually. All right. And like usually a green or yellowish patches are found on their body. Yeah, you see this one I'm listing. Black and yellow
Yes, sir.
patches can be found.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is called as salamander. So they can be found under the water, and they can be on the above the land also. All right. Mm.
Yes.
Some of the species are even poisonous actually, so they are quite deadly. Okay, so we'll be learning about this also. Further, we will learn about the exact process of respiration, which actually occurs in the cell. We all are made up of cells, right? Now, every part of our body are made up of cells, right? So we'll be learning about the process of respiration inside the cell, where the food which you are eating gets broken down. Then how respiration occurs in plants, we will learn about that. How they are different, what are the effects of physical activity. As I was saying moments ago, few minutes ago, when you physical activity increases, so your breathing rate also increases, right? And if your breathing rate increases, so the rate of respiration in your body also increases. Okay, now in sometimes for example, did it ever happen with you, like you did some intense physical workout or you ran a few miles, right?
Yes, sir.
And or you lifted suddenly, like sometime you lifted something very heavy, and next day you had intense pain in your muscles. Has it ever happened with you?
Yes, sir.
It has. Okay, so why do we face that muscular cramp, that is called as muscular cramps? Okay,
Sir, due to the respiration, like there is no respiration, that's why.
due to anaerobic respiration. In that case, without oxygen, respiration happens in your muscles. And when respiration in your muscles happens without the use of oxygen, then lactic acid is produced. Okay, so that pain which you get is because of lactic acid in your muscles, which is produced in case of anaerobic respiration. Once we get to that topic, I'll be explaining that in detail. Okay,
Okay, sir.
starting with some basic things, you know that every living organism are made up of small microscopic units called as cells, right? If suppose I were to take a small sample from my cheek tissue right now, like usually if you have to study about the human cell, the a tiny sample of the human cell is needed. So what we can take, we can with our teeth now we can scrap a tiny piece of muscles from our cheek. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it is put under the microscope and it is studied. Okay, so we can look at the cells of the cheek, right? So cell is every living organism, they are made up of cells. Just like we say that a wall is made up of bricks, no, right? A wall is made up of bricks.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we say that bricks are the building units of a building. Bricks are the building blocks of a building. I mean to say they are the most fundamental unit. Right now, without it, it can't be constructed, and they are the smallest, we can say. Just like that, we say that cells are fundamental structural unit of every living organism. They are kind of building blocks of living organisms, right? Like what we know.
Sir, shall I note it down?
No, no, I'll be telling you what we have to write down. Okay,
Okay,
not
sir.
everything. So every structure in our body, every organ are made up of tissues, and then they are made up of cells. Suppose, for
Yes.
example, these are the muscle cells. Suppose, right? This is a muscle cell. So this is a cell, while this is a tissue. Right now, this is a cell, and cells groups together to make tissue. While
Yes.
tissue forms organ, as we know, while tissues form organ like that. Okay. Further, cells also have got some important function to do. Right now, cells of your brain, cells of your heart, lungs, kidney, etc. They also have to carry out different functions. What are the different functions that they need to perform? So let me tell you about that also. Suppose, let us say that this is a cell in your body. I am zooming it a bit. Let's say a detailed image of it. This is called as the nucleus of the cell. Okay. This is the cell boundary. Cell also has a boundary, right? So this is a typical structure of a cell. Now this cell also has to carry out different functions. What function does it need to perform? So it also needs to perform digestion. Understanding it now is like the
Yes,
food
sir.
that it is going to take in, like the food that it takes in, so it has to be digested by it. Okay. Then suppose this is where the food is inside the cell. So this food needs to be distributed to each and every part of the cell. Understanding it, like it needs
Yes,
to be
sir.
carried, it needs to be transported. So it, this is a food item, food, let's suppose, yeah. So it needs to do transportation also. Transportation. Good. Then after eating the food, some waste material is produced inside the cell also. So what it will do, it will simply excrete it from its body surface. It does not have any special organ for releasing the waste. So it will simply release the waste, right? That is the waste, and it is released in the process of excretion. So right now I told you that the cell needs to carry out digestion, transportation, excretion, and many other functions also. Right now, a cell has to do reproduction also, by the way. Anyways, so in order to carry out all these processes, will it not need energy?
Sir, it will.
It will not, right? And where will it get where will it get energy from? It will get
Yes.
energy when the
Respiration.
glucose, in the process of respiration, exactly, right? So it will get energy from the process of respiration, right now, and respiration will be done in the presence of oxygen. Okay. So these cells can perform, the cells can perform this function only if they get the energy to do so. So hence all living organisms need food which gives them the required energy, right? The food which you are eating, it goes to each and every cell of your body. Understanding it now? Suppose you have eaten something today, so that food is ultimately reaching to each and every cell in your body. Okay, Aris. Suppose you ate something, you
Yes, sir.
had eaten an apple. So that apple, once it has been digested in your stomach and absorbed by your intestine, so it is carried by the blood to each and every cell of your body, almost each and every cell of your body, right? Okay. Now the energy that is present in this food, it will be released inside the cell only once it has been broken with the help of oxygen. Understanding that?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, you write down now. You will be writing down the following things which I'm going to highlight here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And you will try to write a bit fast. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Hmm. So you write down all the living organisms are made up of cells. Okay. All the living, the one which I'm highlighting, that much only you have to write. Okay. Made
Okay,
up of
sir.
cells. Then you will write down these cells have different functions to perform in these organisms, such as digestion, respiration, transportation, and excretion. Okay.
And next.
Aris, after this line now,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
after this line, you will write down this line. The last two statements you are going to skip, you are directly going to write down this after that, okay?
So, sir, I have to skip the last two.
Haha. To do so, after that, to do so, you will write down this statement, okay?
Okay, sir. Hence, they vessels can perform this function only only if they get the get the energy to do so. They get to do so. They get this energy in the process of respiration. This energy in the process of respiration.
Done?
It's the last word.
Okay, okay.
Respiration. Done, sir.
Done? Good. After this, you write a little bit about respiration. Then I'll be telling you about this breathing, okay?
Okay, sir.
Hmm. See, first you understand a little bit about it. Then
Okay,
I'll
sir.
be telling you in detail. 1 second. See, so respiration, it's simply the process of breakdown of the glucose which is present in the food, right?
Yes, sir.
Majorly the food that we are eating, it's majorly carbohydrate. Most of the food item that we contain is majorly carbohydrate now, right?
Yes, sir.
Generally in our diet, there's around 50 to 60% of carbohydrate. Then we take around like 15 to 20 or 30% of protein is present in our food, right? Then vitamins and minerals are required in lesser quantity. So generally we say that in the process of respiration, we uh, mention the breakdown of the glucose, but it isn't like the other components are not broken down. The other components in your body, except for the vitamins and minerals, some other components like fat is also broken down by your body, and it is also used when you need energy, right?
Yes, sir.
Trying to understand what I'm trying to say. Now I'm saying that why in the definition we say that respiration is the process of breakdown of glucose, because the major composition of your food is glucose actually, right? But it doesn't mean that other food items are not broken down. They are also broken down in your body, and that also gives you energy. Like mainly protein helps to damage the repair tissues, helps in growing, right? So write down the topic respiration and write a definition for it. Okay, you
Yes,
write
sir.
down that respiration is a metabolic process. Okay, see, I have used a very new term here, that is metabolic. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so question is, what does metabolic mean? What does metabolic mean in case of humans? Right. See, metabolic describes anything that is related to metabolism. Basically, it refers to the chemical process which is happening inside your body that kind of converts food and other kind of drinks into energy that you are using for carrying on different life activities. It involves different kind of chemical reactions happening in your body. You know, there are some chemical process happening inside our body also.
Yes, sir.
Chemical change, chemical reaction, you're aware of that, right? A type of change, a type of process in which new substances are produced, isn't it? That is a chemical change. For example, burning of paper. What kind of change is it?
Sir, the chemical change.
Tearing of paper?
Sir, the chemical change.
Good. When you light a candle, tearing of paper using chemical change.
No,
It's
sir,
a
the
physic
burning of paper.
burning of paper. No, tearing of paper is
Sir, it's the physical change.
physical change. Good. Because at the end you're having paper only. You're not having anything new, but paper has been broken into tiny pieces. Okay. A chemical change is a type of change in which new substance with new property has been obtained. Understood it now? You have a paper, you burn it, you obtain ash. Ash is completely different from paper. The chemical properties are differing. Getting it? So just like that, in our body also different kind of metabolism, different kind of chemical process happens in our body. So respiration is also one such metabolic process, one such chemical process, right? So there are different chemical processes where food is being broken down, food is being digested, right, etc. And it is important to keep us alive and functioning, right? If like
Yes, sir.
the entire system, this entire system of metabolism in a human body is keeping us alive and functioning, whether it be from breathing to thinking to healing or to growing, right? So respiration is a metabolic process. I hope it is clear. Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's a metabolic process of,
Sir, do I have to write that?
yeah, you have to process of
Okay, sir.
breaking down food, in bracket that is glucose, process of breaking down food and glucose to release energy, release energy. Okay. Further, the energy released is stored in the form of ATP, in the form of ATP. So basically, like, try to understand it in the following manner. Like, if you are working on something, suppose you are working somewhere and you are getting paid for it, right? So for your
Yes,
work,
sir.
you're getting paid and you store it and you can use it sometime later on when you will need it for carrying out some work, right?
Yes, sir.
So similarly, what happens? The food that is broken down in the cell, so energy is given out, and all the energy is not used up instantly. Try to understand that it is not used instantly. Okay, Aris, listen here. I'll be giving you time to write down. So the energy
Yes, sir.
that is going to be released in the cell now, all of that energy will not be used up almost entirely, but it will be stored in some form. Just like money is stored in the money is available in the form of like coins, in form of paper currency, etc. Similar to that, this energy that is going to be released will be stored in some form now. Understanding it? Okay. So it is stored in the form of ATP, which is called as energy currency of the cell. Energy currency
Currency.
of the cell. I hope it is making sense to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay. If you feel anything a bit difficult or uncomfortable, just let me know. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Uh, then there's one more thing, that it contains two steps actually. This respiration is, it involves two steps. One is breathing, one is breathing, while the second is cellular respiration. Understood that now? So it
Yes, sir.
includes, first is breathing, while second is cellular respiration. Write down this much.
Okay, sir. Which is which is called Mhm. 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 Of the cell. So what is that in the red one? The first word.
It include spelling is incorrect actually. One second.
Okay. Sir. Foods, breathing, breathing, cellular respiration, cellular respiration.
Hmm. Cellular respiration means
Like
that
that.
this process of respiration will be carried out in the cell, meaning that's the process is carried out inside the cell here. That's why it is cellular respiration. Okay. Now let's learn about the first thing here. That is about breathing. Okay. See, breathing is now simply it's a physical process. Okay. It involves lungs, nostrils, trachea, etc. In this process, energy is not released directly. Right now, when we are breathing, we are not getting energy in this process, right? And
Yes,
it
sir.
involves inhalation and exhalation. So, breathing is simply the physical process of inhaling oxygen rich air and exhaling out carbon dioxide rich air, right? If you were to take a sample of the air which you have just released from your nose, so you will find it will have more amount of carbon dioxide than the air which you have inhaled inside. Okay. So it's a process by which air rich in oxygen is taken inside. That process is called as inhalation. Then your body produces different kind of waste items, waste materials. Carbon dioxide is also one such
Yes,
waste
sir.
material produced inside the body. So that needs to be expelled from your body, right now. So this entire mechanism like is to help you get oxygen rich air and get rid of the carbon dioxide present in your body, right?
Okay, sir.
So carbon dioxide is expelled. Expel means removed. It is expelled from the body in the process called as exhalation with the help of a breathing organ. In the case of human, it is lungs, right? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now there's an important term here that is breath. So what does one breath mean? One breath means when you inhale the air, one inhalation plus one exhalation. Like I have taken a deep breath here, then I have released the air. So I have inhaled and exhaled. So one time inhalation and exhalation, that means one breath. Hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Good. Then what is breathing rate? So breathing rate means that the number of times a person will be breathing in a minute. Number of times I will be breathing in 1 minute, that is called as breathing rate. Okay. And the breathing rate, it ranges in adult human beings somewhere between 15 to 18 times in a minute. Right now, on an average, if there's a healthy human with no disease, with no heart related problems or lung related problems, so their average breathing rate will be between 15 to 18 times in a minute. And that will increase up to 25 minutes if you were to do some heavy workout, right?
Yes, sir.
Getting it? Okay. While the breathing rate varies on the basis of age also. Okay, now on the basis of age also it varies. Okay, like if there's a child, an adult person, and an old person. So infant and child they have much faster rate than the adults. Have you observed this thing? Like if you were to observe this thing, like children's their breathing rate, children's of the age like 6 month old children will be breathing faster than the adult. Have you noticed it?
Yes, sir.
Hmm? Good. So this breathing rate varies with the age also, right now. A newborn's normal breathing rate is between 30 to 60 breath per minute. It's almost double of it, isn't it? Right now. So
Yes,
30 to
sir.
60 breath per minute. but it slows down as they reach the adult age. Okay, that is one thing. While when we talk about the old people, so old people have a lower breathing rate actually. Okay, so it varies. Talking about the breathing rate here, it varies with age. Infants and childrens have higher breathing rate. Okay, let's understand about few more important things. Like there are some animals whose breathing rate could be as low as 4 breaths per minute, like diamondback snake. Okay, while the mouse, their breathing rate is very fast. Right now, mouth mouse, their breathing rate is very fast. Okay,
Yes.
even faster than mouse, they are organisms like aquatic organisms like fishes. Their breathing rate is actually much faster than the animals found to be living on land. So why is it that generally aquatic organisms like fishes they have high breathing rate? Because they have to obtain dissolve oxygen from the water, right? But the water contains less amount of oxygen in it in comparison to air. Air has more amount of oxygen right now, but water has less amount of dissolved oxygen in it. Right? Fishes also need oxygen. How do they get it? They get it from the water only, no? Right, Artis?
Yes, sir.
So since the amount of dissolved oxygen in water is very low in comparison to amount of oxygen in the air, so they have to breathe faster, right? They have to breathe faster because of this reason. Okay. Now question is like how do we breathe? How does this entire mechanism work? Hmm? In the process of breathing, which organs are involved,
Sir,
right?
lungs.
Hmm. And other
Uh,
organs are also involved.
sir, the ribs,
The ribs are involved. Good.
the heart.
No, not the heart. Windpipe is involved in it, right?
Yes, sir.
Nose is involved in it, right? The nose
Yes,
and
sir. Sir,
no,
mouth.
nose and mouth exactly, right? Pharynx is also involved in it, right?
Yes.
Pharynx is involved. Good. And larynx is also involved, right? Now, pharynx is there, larynx is there. So then we have this lower respiratory tract in which we have trachea, we have bronchi, we have lungs. Then we have this muscular structure here, muscular sheet called as diaphragm. One by one, we'll be learning about all of it. So that is diaphragm. Okay. So the process of breathing mainly takes place in the lungs right now, but it is connected to our nostrils actually, right now. So look over here.
Yes, sir.
First of all, you look at the lungs over here, right? This is the lung. Inside the lungs, you will see this branched structure. You see this branch structure,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Looks like the branch of a tree. Hmm. At
Yes,
the
sir.
end of the branch structure, you have got balloon-like structures. You can say, right? Now, balloon-like kind of structures. That is called as alveoli. What do we call them?
Alveoli.
Alveoli. So let me rewrite that. That is Alveoli. Alveoli. So they are kind of air sacs. What are they? They are kind of air sacs, or you can say airbags. Okay, like the oxygen rich air that you're inhaling, that oxygen is basically that oxygen rich air goes inside the alveoli actually. From your nose, it goes all the way to the alveoli, all the way to the alveoli here. Then the blood will take away the oxygen only from it. The blood will take away the oxygen from it. Okay. Then further, you look at these tube-like structures here. You see the tube-like structures spread inside it right
Yes,
now.
sir.
Okay. Like let me highlight that. Sorry. So these tube-like structures, branch-like structures spread over here. That is called as bronchioles. What do we call that?
Wrong.
Bronchioles. Let me rewrite that. Bronchioles. that is known as bronchioles. Okay. After bronchioles, you have got bronchus, this part here, which is just exiting the lungs. That is called as bronchus.
Yes.
Bronchus. That is bronchus. Now you look at this structure over here, this tube-like structure. That is normally called as windpipe. Okay, now windpipe is the common name, but we call it as trachea. That is windpipe. Now further windpipe. Now look at the our neck region. So you see that
Yes,
tiny
sir.
bump in our neck, that kind of
Yes, sir.
bump, a structure protruding outside, bulging outward. That is your voice box. It's the voice box, like the what is it? It is larynx. As you will speak something, it starts to vibrate. You can feel it if you were to put your finger over here, and if you try to speak something, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you see it vibrates. So that is also present over here, like it will be present over here like that. Okay, so that is called as larynx. I'm writing it over here.
Yes.
Laryns, larynx. Okay, and then kind of above it, you have got the pharynx also. Right over here, we have another structure called as pharynx.
Parents.
Then we have the nostrils, right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is that kind of hollow tube like a structure, two hollow tube like a structure in your nose. That is called as nostril.
Sir, what are the functions of nostrils?
Basically, why the nostril? We are inhaling the air now, and nostril also has got tiny hairs in it, which stops the tiny particles, dust particles, from entering into the lungs. Right.
Yes, sir.
So those hairs in the nostrils are actually important. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So right now I have tell you what are the important organs other than lungs which play an important role in breathing, right? So
Yes,
try
sir.
to visualize it now. As you are breathing in, as you're breathing in air, what is first happening? I'll be showing that again. See, as you're breathing in air, the air passes through the nostrils, then further it passes through pharynx. From the pharynx, it goes into the larynx, and then via the windpipe, that is trachea, it enters now in your lungs through the bronchus. Through the bronchus, it enters, right? And through the bronchus, further it goes into the bronchioles, and bronchioles, finally, after the bronchioles, it goes into the alveoli. Understanding it or not?
Yes, sir.
So, first, we breathe in air via the nostrils. After the nostril, where does the air go? Through the pharynx
Pharynx.
and larynx.
The larynx.
Then it goes to trachea. Trachea is simply
The
windpipe.
yes, sir.
Then it goes into the
Bronchus.
bronchus. Then into
Then bronchioles.
bronchioles, and then finally into alveoli. Okay. So that is the journey of the air which we inhale. Understood that now?
Yes,
And
sir.
from the alveoli, basically, blood will carry away the oxygen rich air, and the blood will also be bringing carbon dioxide rich air from all the parts of your body to it. Okay. So we'll be learning more about it in the next class. Right now, you write some important thing. You write down about breathing, write down the topic breathing. Okay. Write down this much first. Then I'll be telling you to write further. First, write down this much. By the way, Aris, you're not finding these complicated now? You're understanding it now?
Yes,
Whatever we're
sir.
discussing here? Good.
Yes, sir.
Also, in my class now, you will have to keep reading the things actually. Like whatever we have discussed today, I usually recommend students to, after the class, make sure you read everything. Okay, so
Okay,
that
sir.
the in the next class you'll be able to ask questions and you'll be able to recall the things and connect it.
Okay, sir.
Hmm.
Process. Process by which air rich in air rich in oxygen is taken inside inhalation the body and air rich in the body and air rich in carbon in carbon dioxide side is expelled
Hmm.
from the body exhalation from the from body exhalation with the help of a with the
With
breathing
the breathing organ.
is with the help of a a breathing breathing organ. One breathe means one breathe. It means
One inhalation plus one exhalation.
inhalation plus one exhalation.
Hmm.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay, that's good. Okay. Do one thing. Write down this also about breathing rate. Write down the number of times a person breathes in a minute as term the breathing rate. After that, simply you will write down in adult. You will write down
So this is
healthy.
the next point.
Yeah. Healthy adult human. There you will write down it is 15 to 18 times. That much only. Okay, no? From here till here.
Healthy adult human equal to 15 to 18. So what is after 15 to 18?
Times.
Okay,
TIMES times.
15 to 18 times.
Uh,
Done, sir.
Okay. By the way, Aris, you'll be continuing with the maths class also. Now I'm asking so that I'll be taking anxiety questions say in the slide for the chapter algebraic expression.
Okay, sir.
You will be continuing with maths or not? Just please confirm that.
Sir, and what?
Like you'll be continuing with the mathematics class or not? I'm
Yes,
asking.
sir, I will.
You'll be
I will
okay.
be.
Okay. Yeah, I was basically asking. So I will be in